I'm 78 now, 78, and I can feel it in my bones how little time there really is left. Sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night and the silence of the house presses down on me. It's in those moments that I realize how much of my life slipped away without me even noticing. Not because anything dramatic happened, but because of the little things, the habits I carried silently for decades. I used to think they were harmless, that I had all the time in the world to fix things. Now I see how wrong I was. I guess it started with my mornings. I never really took care of myself, not properly. I'd skip breakfast or eat something quick while running out the door, already late for work, already late for life. I told myself it was efficiency. I told myself I'd make up for it later. I never did. That small neglect, day after day, it adds up. I feel it now in my chest and my knees, the small betrayals I thought didn't matter. And there was this quiet habit of saying yes to everything, even when I didn't want to. I thought it made me reliable, made me a man people could count on. But what I didn't notice was that saying yes to others meant saying no to myself. I missed chances to spend time with my kids when they were little. I missed dinners with my wife. I missed moments that at the time felt insignificant. Later I learned there's no way to get them back. I remember evenings after work when I'd sit with the television on, just filling the silence with noise. I thought I was relaxing, but really I was avoiding myself, avoiding questions I didn't want to ask. Did I spend enough time with my friends? Did I show enough love? Did I forgive or hold grudges that made no sense? That habit of distraction, it kept me from noticing life slipping past, and now the silence in this house is too loud. There was also the habit of holding everything inside. I never said what I truly felt, not to my wife, not to my children, not to my friends. I thought it kept the peace. I thought it made me strong. What it really did was make me lonely, even when I was surrounded by people. My wife passed 10 years ago, and I still carry a lump in my throat for all the things I should have told her. I can't tell her now. I can only sit here and remember her smile and the way I didn't say enough. I worked too much. That was another habit, always chasing the next promotion, the next paycheck, the next little measure of approval. I thought that was what it meant to provide, to be a man. I didn't notice my children growing up in rooms I barely saw. I didn't notice the birthdays, the little milestones, the laughter that faded into photos. Work was important, I told myself, but in the end, it was just a way to delay the quiet, the questions, the truth. I also neglected my friendships, small things, forgetting to call, letting invitations pass, thinking we'd always have time. One by one, the friends drifted away, not with anger, but with life moving forward. Now, the phone rings less. Visits are rare, and I can feel that emptiness, like a shadow across my days. I suppose I had habits around control, too. I always wanted to plan everything, to know exactly how life would unfold. But life doesn't care about our plans, and all that control, all that insistence on perfection, it kept me from being spontaneous, from taking risks that might have brought joy instead of security. In retrospect, it was a silent thief, stealing moments that could have been alive with color. I remember ignoring my health. I thought small aches would go away, that minor pain wasn't worth mentioning. I ignored checkups. I ignored warning signs. I ignored myself. And now, my body reminds me every day. It's slow, it's fragile, and it's a constant echo of all those years I spent pretending I was invincible. Another habit, complaining silently to myself. I held grudges. I focused on what went wrong, what I didn't have, what life denied me. I didn't notice how it colored my days, how it made joy smaller, gratitude harder to feel. And now, I try to let go, but some of the bitterness lingers, like dust in a room you don't clean for decades. And then I see it, the habit that ties all the others together, waiting, always waiting for the right time, the next day, the next year, waiting to apologize, waiting to call, waiting to make amends, waiting to really live. And time, relentless as it is, never waits back. I've waited too long for too many things, and now there's only a limited window to make peace with what remains. I can't fix the lost mornings with my kids. I can't reclaim the evenings spent in distraction. I can't restore the friendships that faded, the love that went unsaid, the moments I ignored thinking they could wait. That is the hardest part, understanding that some things are gone forever. You can live a long life and still feel the weight of what you never noticed until it was too late. So I tell you this quietly because it's all I can do now. Notice the small habits. Notice the moments you take for granted. Don't wait for tomorrow to say what matters, to show what matters, to be where you need to be. The things you think are minor, they shape your life more than the big decisions ever will. I don't have grand advice, and I can't offer redemption. I can only share my truth. Life slips by while you're busy, and some habits, silent, harmless seeming habits, eat at it quietly. I see that now. And though I carry regret, I also carry memory. And even memory is something. I remember the laughter, the small joys, the warmth of a hand I can no longer hold. And in that, there is something gentle, something tender, that lingers when all else has gone. If this meant something to you, then maybe, just maybe, you'll notice a little sooner than I did.